So after Roman Reigns' attempted murder of Braun Strowman, which we all know will come back to bite him in the ass, WWE decided to say Roman Reigns is completely justified in his attempted murder. So remember, kids, if you have a guy who's trying to ruin your career, you get to murder him. Yeah. WWE, stop trying to promote morals, because let's be honest, you suck at that. Anyways, Roman Reigns goes ahead and demands a Universal Championship match against Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, which was the original plan for WrestleMania, like I said. And then Samoa Joe comes in, and this leads to him confronting Roman Reigns and by extension Brock Lesnar, and we get a three-way interaction between Lesnar, four if you count Heyman. So this leads to everyone's favorite Kurt Angle, who has the secret revealed the week later that there's going to be a Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe round 3. And this time, this is their best match together. Because now they're giving over close to 20 minutes of work in this show, which, you know, something that was kind of helping give Raw a unique identity during the early days of the brand extension before the Cruiserweight division was put in to be the new Divas division. Sad. So, yeah. Anyways, Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe delivered a hard-hitting, knuckle-fisted, brutal powerhouse show, and they kind of reference Booker T's time in TNA when Corey Graves says, "You know all about Samoa Joe, you know firsthand," and I'm like, yeah, I'm pretty sure Vince is going to be pissed off once he realizes what that meant. Of course, this is the same guy that told Booker to go ahead and say Gravity didn't forget Owen, and I'm still waiting for that apology. Yeah. So, anyways, Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns delivered a hard-knuckled match. It was awesome. I was on the edge of my seat. Well, not as much as the Kurt Angle, Jason Jordan storyline, because I was really curious to know what they're going to reveal, which was mixed for me. But when you put Roman Reigns in a match, with the exception of the Big Show, he seems to have a good match with just about anybody. Like, yeah, it had some rough patches with Braun Strowman at first when he was starting out, but now you got match of the night quality bouts. Not sure about match of the year yet. We'll have to wait and see on that. Maybe WrestleMania? We don't know. Anyways, so this match is going, and there were reports coming out beforehand that Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar is off. It's not happening. Instead, we're going to have either a triple threat match or a fatal four-way match between Roman Reigns, Samoa Joe, Brock Lesnar, and Braun. Because, ladies and gentlemen, karma is a bitch for Roman Reigns. Because Braun Strowman comes back after 2 weeks of nearly being murdered. Yeah. I mean, like, he's taped up in the arm, but still. He goes ahead, destroys Roman Reigns, destroys Samoa Joe. So, yeah, WWE's going with heel versus heel route. In fact, now that I think about it, we have 3 heels and 1 face. Has that ever happened in the modern WWE? Like, we've seen the Shield and Wyatt family, though they kind of entered a tween status. But yeah, 3 heels and 1 face, and two of the heels are at war with each other, and now Braun Strowman wants a piece of it, and Roman Reigns is trying to get away with murder. So yeah, Braun Strowman basically causes the match to go to no contest. And I saw the referee run to the bellkeeper area, and I was like, why? What? Like, that kind of ruins the illusion that you're trying to get away. Instead, it just looks like, okay, I'll get the best seat in the house. Okay, good. I'm far enough from them, but I can still see it. And I was also thinking like, oh, is he gonna tell the timekeeper and the announcer how the decision's gonna be made? Nope, that doesn't happen. Instead, Braun Strowman obliterates both Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe, who for a one time only possibly work together, at least until SummerSlam. And Braun Strowman absolutely destroys them both, even with their combined efforts. So now, basically, this match is now officially a Fatal 4-Way. They haven't technically announced it, but let's be honest, they're doing a Fatal 4-Way. And I'm all for it. Like, you got the rising Braun Strowman, the great Samoa Joe, and Vince's Roman Reigns, and the Beast Incarnate. And basically, everybody kind of wins here. WWE gets to have Braun Strowman fight Brock Lesnar. Fans get to have Samoa Joe in the main event picture again. Vince gets his obsession for Roman Reigns back in the Universal title picture officially. And Brock Lesnar gets to drop the Universal title belt. Yeah, there's been heavy rumors that he might not be re-signing with WWE after WrestleMania 34. In fact, I wanted to wait until I heard more reports about the whole Universal title situation. And apparently, UFC keeps denying it, that Brock Lesnar might be coming back and might be in the United States Drug Administration Drug Association policy testing pool. I'm not sure yet, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But it is going to be interesting that it's said that Brock Lesnar is scheduled to lose the belt at SummerSlam. And I was like, well, the experiment had mixed results last time when they had a part-timer as champion. And I mean Brock Lesnar as champion. Goldberg, okay, that was only a month, so I can't really grade it officially. So, yeah. And I'm also surprised that he's continuing a storyline with a full-time wrestler having beef with Brock Lesnar that isn't Roman Reigns, or a part-timer or a semi-active wrestler like Goldberg and The Undertaker. So, it's going to be interesting where this goes. And we all know what's going to happen. Roman Reigns is going to win the match. He's going to main event WrestleMania 34 because God knows Vince McMahon can't imagine what it would be like if Roman Reigns did main event WrestleMania. Like, the first time it happened, okay, he won the Royal Rumble. Then had to beat Bryan for it. The second Royal Rumble, the second victory he had, the second match at WrestleMania in the main event, okay, that was not as good as it should have been. Should have been a no DQ bloodfest. Main eventing the third time in a row? Okay, you're pushing it really hard with the fans on this, but I understand to an extent that it's The Undertaker's final match, so that makes it okay for me. Like, all three matches, except for Triple H versus Roman Reigns, the other two only have an excuse that actually sounds reasonable. WrestleMania 32 did not have a reason to do that. Instead, they could have had Roman Reigns be champion, Triple H win the Royal Rumble, and then Roman Reigns fights Brock Lesnar at Fastlane, so they can go ahead and get this whole thing over with for Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, then do the match at WrestleMania 34 where Triple H comes in as the Royal Rumble challenger, and still make it no DQ. So, moving on. So we got this Fatal 4-Way match happening, and it's kind of becoming repetitive that WWE's obsession for multi-man matches. It has been reported on several occasions that WWE's been doing mostly multi-man matches, multi-women matches, because they have nothing. Yeah, Battleground, Money in the Bank, yeah, and Great Balls of Fire, yeah. Those weren't WWE giving that at all. They were just saying, oh god, we got 3 more pay-per-views to do. Okay, here's the plan. We save our creative stuff for SummerSlam, and we just rush the hell out of these storylines and come up with storylines at the last minute. Except for Brock Lesnar. He's the most attention one. Especially Roman Reigns. Vince McMahon is obsessed with him for some strange reason that could be considered out of context. So, yeah, it's becoming a little annoying that these multi-man matches are spawning so quickly and not being given enough time to develop. So, yeah. Like, I get the Fatal 5-Way match at Extreme Rules. Braun Strowman got hurt. He had a shattered elbow, so they had to change plans. But, yeah. Yeah, and I get Money in the Bank, but to do it again, that was okay. I'll talk about that in a later video. I want to talk about the Money in the Bank the women's Money in the Bank ladder match because at Money in the Bank well, James Ellsworth ruined it. So I'll talk about the second one that was more popular and said to be much better. So, yeah, Roman Reigns and Samoa Joe delivered their best match together up to date, and I'm surprised they haven't put this on pay-per-view yet. You would think WWE would milk Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns for pay-per-view money. But no, they keep giving it away on free television, and they keep telling them, oh, try to do main event quality pay-per-view matches. Oh yeah, we're good at that. And like, I get fans hate Roman Reigns because of how he's been pushed, but come on, don't deny the fact that he got skills, and no, it's not because he's being carried. Like, I still don't get that statement. Like, okay, do wrestlers have to be carried sometimes? Yes, but when I think of being carried, I think Goldberg and William Regal match at WCW. That was carrying. Not Roman Reigns versus Daniel Bryan, not Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar, not Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. In fact, wasn't Strowman the one that needed to get carried because, well, Strowman was inexperienced when they first had their match together, and that was back during the Wyatt family feud with Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose, and to an extent Randy Orton. So, yeah, I'm really sick of the whole Roman Reigns is carried in every single match because he sucks. Okay, yeah, you can make an argument on that, but still. So, those are my thoughts on Samoa Joe versus Roman Reigns Round 3. This was Near Reality Entertainment. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and donate a station for more.